no matter what. And last but not least in my heart is Lee Behr, and I will ask Lee to stand up for a little bit, if she may.
I grew up here in Michiana, and my children were involved, and it was always a good place to come. The DUNES Summer Theater. Very special in my heart.
Lee got her start, believe it or not, as oftentimes happens, and it happened for me. You have a show that needs children. And she brought her son, Bill, who's with us tonight, to come audition for the young role in Maine. And as every good director does, they go, Mrs. Behr, would you like to help me and read some lines? And that's how
it all began.
That's how it all began. And I've done that in a number of productions in my time, because we know how difficult it is to find those bodies and to find the hidden new talent that may blossom over the years. And certainly Lee has done a tremendous amount of work since the late 50s, I believe, when I was still rooting for the White Sox to win the pennant, and they did, and then they lost the World Series. However, Lee has done some wonderful shows. I don't know if you've had the chance to see her. She was in Driving Miss Daisy, as Daisy, of course, with Scott Bradford and Jay Williams, who was a wonderful performer, for those of you who remember Jay.
So many wonderful people.
And she also was in On Golden Pond with Randy Miller, for people who may know Randy Miller from Michigan City here, a genuine character, and Donna Cavanaugh, as well as her daughter. She did a number of other shows as well. And she's also not just an actress, and she won't admit she sings, but she's been in musicals too. But she's also been a costumer and has helped out with the children's theater tremendously. In fact, I was told that her grandson John, when he was a little tyke, and he's now working in the industry.
Yes, he is.
He actually came to see a production where his grandmother's tweet was an owl. And he was scared that she had been turned into an owl. So that's a memory that you can't really replace, to share that with your family and your children.
It was fun.
And she also made puppets for a show as well.
Yes, I did.
And that was for what production?
Something we did at the school, something someone wrote, so I don't remember.
But she has a marvelous set of puppets that I've been able to see, tediously made, paper mache, painted the eyes, shaped the heads, and decorated them. That's a lot of work to do. And last, I have to say, I've been very fortunate to have Lee in a number of my shows.
The great director.
No. But,
everyone's name, George.
Some people may think that way. Seriously, she's been in Lend Me a Tenor, and two very unusual original scripts, which I was very fortunate to do. One role that she was able to reprise 3 times in different venues that we did was French Fries in Talking With. There was a fundraiser at the Yacht Club, back when it used to be the Yacht Club. We did a private performance for a dinner. She also did the role much earlier in LaPorte Theater, when I was trying to start and use newer talent. But my favorite role for her, and I won't prolong this much longer, was as Robin in a play called Wildflowers and Untamed Women. And it was a script that I was fortunate enough to be exposed to because of the theater shops that I do in Indianapolis. I met a marvelous playwright called Madge Dishman from Muncie, Indiana. And she had written this wonderful script that covered many different types of women in their lifetimes and situations, and each character was named after a wildflower. And she played, what was it, Robin? What was it?
There were so many that I can't remember.
But I'm going to leave you with this, and it's a little corny, but this is true. in the play, she got to sing one of my songs I remember from my childhood that my grandmother sang to me, is When the Red Robin Comes Bobbing Along.
And I sang.
And she did a wonderful job. So I'll leave you with these last few words that to me really sums up what the community theater experience is about. Live, love, laugh and be happy when the red robin comes bobbing along. All right? And thank you for sharing this and letting me delay.